Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now Burrow. Got his target, Samuel. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malik Harrison leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On second down, Burrow. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
And 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Steps away. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Jackson going to run. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. run now on third down. And he'll find Hall. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Last play, they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On second down, here's Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Complete.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Now it's Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Open man, Butler complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 27-yard line.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow throwing the out route and complete. It's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 1-yard line.
1st and goal at the 1. Here's a run with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
Ravens nothing. Pinheiro set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we got for circle round twice for the encore. You know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Avery Williamson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Baltimore.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 27 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, Phillips. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Now it's Crowder. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Play action. It's Jackson. Out to his left. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. That's complete to Butler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And some room to roam now. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big pickup there on the run. 59 yards for him on the ground. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the option. 71 yards.
At the 6-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Bengals' 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
14.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 40 yards.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Alone. 3 down. Switch.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Watch the run. Kill. Check 52.
Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This is our time.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. The first down screen pass, good for 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
At the 32-yard line.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And it's third down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
18-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. keep it on the ground. Cottrell. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. 4. Here we go with Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 31-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Baltimore.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Back to throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 25 yards that time.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Jackson to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
2nd down and goal.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Jackson. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys.